I'm a believer. "17 days till the season ends."
Oh, I haven't done my Fortnite.
I've only got 58 fort fights done.
I got 94.
I just can't wait for the next season. I want the next season to be better.
Yeah. Ay, no hablo español, loco. Ay, no hablo español.
What season do you play?
Season 2. It's nice to have some diversity in Fortnite. Okay, where are we dropping? Loot? Holy crap. Alright, let's try to get this trio dub, even though we're gonna fight against very sweaty people. Very sweaty. Oh yeah, man with the combat. First game on, so don't expect me to be that good.
Oh, it matters, bro. You hit your shot, bro, and I'll feel like I'll be hitting it.
Attack over here if you want it.
I just...
Are you getting shot from?
I couldn't build, bro. I'm ending my stream, bro. I'm so fucking laggy, bro. Oh my god.
Remember, I'm streaming PG.
You have power?
No mats. No mats. No mats. This guy had shields and had mats. Are you serious?
You guys seen the way I died. I couldn't build.
Okay, if it's a soccer skin, a girl soccer skin, she, most of her shield's gone, pretty sure.
It's lagging. ¿Por qué esto está lagging, loco? Ahí está abajo. Arriba, arriba. ¿Dónde tú vas, loco?
What?
Alright, let's do squads, because this is not working out. Alright, no trios, let's do squads.
Yeah, I'm not in my stream, bro. I'm so lagging.
Internet?
In the mock stream, I was so lagging.
Is it because of the internet? Alright, let's do squads, because you're gonna fight some sweats. Oh, we're gonna play with the random? Alright. Yeet. What servers are we playing on?
MAE.
Alright. Alright, your guys' decision. Okay, Salty? Alright, let's hope we don't die again. And again. Oh, this guy's Mike. Should we go a game?
Yo, Jose. Vamos a game chat. Okay. Yo, what's up? You got a mic?
What's up?
What's good? Keep carrying me.
I can carry it.
There's no gun. There's no gun.
Carry us to that dub, that victory royale. Okay, jump shotgun.
Alright, guys, get me.
Búscame primero, José.
Mira, déjate por allá,
Alright, one kill so far.
No, get me first.
Yo, what's up?
This guy above me.
I was out of reach.
Okay, I'm gonna come over to you guys.
Yeah.
Yo, what the heck? Ella está en el macho.
Tú cogiste mi fucking bala, loco. Yo no tengo bala. Y después tú quieres construir ahí. Right there.
Yeah, you don't want.
I knocked one. They would have died.
Yo, ready up. Yo, you trying to play Zone Wars?
Zone Wars?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Wait, let me put it up on a brush scanner. Let me put on this. Yo, when we end the match, invite people.
What?
When you end the match, can you invite friends?
I'll invite some people. Let's see if they join.
Let's go party time.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, let me get some of my friends in here. Okay, so get Cruz, get Diana, get Henry. Okay, I got some, invited some of my friends.
Anything or again is on him. Do not start. Oh, we got this.
I hide in the corner when it explodes. Got okay loot. Okay.
Yo, it's not this one, go back to hub. ¿Tú la tienes?
No, yo creo que se puede.
So, búscala.
Alright, go to party chat. I mean game chat. Sup?
Yo, Exotic, ven, únete, loco.
I am lagging.
Todo el mundo dale ready. Ellos están aquí, espérate. Deja que ellos se unan. You're right here, dude.
Cruz, let's go.
Ay, no me digas que este era el tigre de ayer.
2v2, me and Cruz versus you two.
Yo, y'all wanna do teaming? Bet. I got a zone for that. Hold up. Let me search it out. Wait,
I know what it is.
Wait, I got it. No, I got it.
Vamos uno para dos, sí.
Eso fue lo que él dijo. Pero tengamos que por ahí dos más. Yo, Scotty, everybody join in here. Right here, we doing this, yeah? Yo, Jose, I'm gonna switch to team 2. And y'all stay in team 1. Este equipo 2. You know this dude right here?
Look at these bots.
Yeah, you know him, you too?
Yeah, I know him. Cruz?
Just fight, please. You should just didn't mind.
Estamos tú y yo contra ellos tres.
Yo, I'm not even partners with Yo, everyone go back to him. I have a better island. Go back to him.
Now we here, but what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm not on his team.
I bet. Go back to hub.
I have a better one.
That one isn't good, but we can do it.
No, it's garbage. Yeah, this one's better.
Tú te ganas el equipo 1,
No.
You guys are gonna switch to team.
Yeah, we're gonna be in team 2.
I know.
We're gonna do 3v3. This is a 3v3.
No, it's 2v2. It's a 2v2. You can do 3 teams and then 2v2.
Yeah, we're in the same team. Let's go crazy. O sea, estamos en el mismo equipo, la verdad.
Ok.
Oh, it's a zone map.
No, wait. I'm dead. I don't remember my ball.
Yo,
Okay,
¿qué
okay,
pasa?
okay.
Jugada ese tigre, loco. Loco, le hice la rapa y... Somos tú y yo otra vez de ahí.
¿Ah?
Oh, don't go high.
Where are they? Oh crap!
Where's he at? Yo, where's he at? Ow! What the hell?
Let's go crazy with y'all.
You're going to shut
Estamos
up.
sacando la mierda.
You talking to me?
I just used a claw.
Alright, wait, we're gonna walk you still that class.
No, because I need to get better. I'm sorry. Almost, he's right above me. Don't go try. Almost, drop down. Come down.
I'll drop down.
Start turning. Just go like this.
Okay, he's coming from behind. Why? It's so hard. It just...
Okay.
Oh, he just boxed himself up. Oh my god! He's about to die!
Nah, yo, go back to hub. Everybody go back to hub, bro.
No.
We doing regular zone wars, bro. There's 9 people here. This is only for doors, bro. Just try.
Guys, let's just do regular zone wars. Regular zone wars, no teaming.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We go back to hub.
What the fuck? Me mató.
You freaking garbage, man.
Shut up, go back to hub.
Okay, ya.
Hello? Oh, done. Join somebody on.
Dude, I know we're not going there. That's right.
I accidentally went there.
But
I'm dead.
Yeah, let's go crazy, bro.
Please believe this.
Yeah. No vamos a ser team, loco, nos vamos a matar.
Tú y yo, vamos aquí.
No. Esto es fútbol.
Daddy, fucking daddy. Daddy, fucking daddy. Daddy. Ah! What the heck? Ya daddy,
An infantry rifle.
Bro, that don't matter, bro. Just go loot, bro. Just go loot, bro.
I think the only good gun I have is
You got aimbot. I'm getting aimbot there. Don't put him down.
Oh my god!
¿Qué hace Jordi aquí?
He's so low! He's so low!
No, la hace Jordi aquí.
Let's go, bro. Yeah.
Vibrations.
I'm choking so badly right now. Come face my hydrant, Bob. Go! Eh.
Yo creo que a ti te quedan más exotic bags que ser maldito rookie. Yo te di la cosa espera para yo cambiarme la... Daddy, me invita.
Pero bueno, si va a estar aquí, loco.
Oh, she's right. So bad.
Yeah, how you fast?
Why you being so toxic? I just was just look at that. Look at your aim is calm.
Yeah, dude, shut the fuck up. We just got clapped, bro. Just shut up, bro.
No lo comience.
I just was a call, I just was a call, you shot them bro, just a call, don't call.
You fucking shut
You're
up.
horrible, you're horrible, you're horrible.
Shut up, school.
You're horrible, you're horrible.
Bro, yo, you don't get loud on video mic, pick one.
Right, G, I just gotta shut the fuck up a little bit.
What the heck? ¿A ustedes les parece que la reaparición ahora está desactivada?
Come on.
I got another infantry rifle. Nice.
¿Tú no tienes... ¿Tú para qué te cambiaste? Porque para ponerte Facebook, maldita rara.
Acabo de una ponga ahora mismo.
Land on me. I dare you. Go away, Cruz. Why do I get third partied? Oh.
No, you play. Who's this freaking skin right here? I'm fighting. Who's that? Who's anonymous?
¡Diablo! ¡Loco! ¿Quién fue que mamá?
Espérate, José.
Loco, yo no parecí, po.
Yo te saco. Ese era tú que yo estaba peleando.
Sí, yo te maté.
Bro, just kill yourself. Just kill yourself, bro. Just kill yourself, anonymous.
Loco, yo estoy reapareciendo.
Bro, tú tienes que ir unita. Yo, could you fucking kill yourself or you're fucking dead? Yo, anonymous. Just kill yourself, erotic. Oh my god, I'm about to kick this nigga. I'm about to fucking up. Fucking kill yourself, you fucking dumbass. Just kill yourself, you fucking crackhead. Oh my god. Just kill yourself or you're deaf. There's nobody there.
Invítame,
Invítate, le tu aquí, loco.
yo me salí bugueado.
Vete para atrás, entonces. How the fuck I get naked? That's hard.
Buddy! I will hit you with the hand cannon. Don't make me.
Yeah, you're fucking trash, nigga. Get the fuck out of my game.
Oh, miss.
Yeah?
Luke's online.
I know.
You don't want to play with them?
Not right now.
Okay.
Eat that bikini. What's that? Yo, this is alright, Twitch.
It's a Twitch kid!
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Alright, after this, I'm just gonna go play some solos. He's so low.
I can't laugh at them.
Да, отвори пельмешки, а? Отвори пельмешки.
god.
Critics are calling for that.
The end of a series of unfortunate events is finally here, and after 3 seasons of very fascinating drama, we now have answers to many questions fans have been dying to know. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers, I'm Jan, and in this video I'm explaining all the mysteries from the last season of unfortunate events, including the Sugar Bowl, VFD, the fate of the Baudelaires and Count Olaf, and who Beatrice really is. Keep watching to the end, where I'll reveal the final episode's secret symbolism, and watch out for the hidden VFD I've snuck into the video. Spoilers ahead for the full series, so take care if you're not up to date. One of the biggest mysteries in the series has been the Sugar Bowl and why everyone is so obsessed with getting hold of it. The secret's revealed in the very final episode when Kit explains to the Baudelaires that the bowl simply contains sugar. However, it's no ordinary sugar. It's a sugar derived from a botanical hybrid that VFD developed to defend against the deadly Medusoid mycelium. Which is why during the opera flashback, after Esme adds sugar from the Sugar Bowl to Kit's tea, she tells her that she'll find the sugar is extremely bitter. However, Kit never drank the tea, sadly for her, given her eventual fate. Crucially, Kit also reveals to the Baudelaires on the island that the hybrid sugar isn't just a cure, it actually immunizes you against the Medusoid mycelium. Remember when Sunny is infected with the deadly spores from the mushroom in the grotto? Well, the horseradish substitute wasabi that the Baudelaires use to cure her works, but it's just an antidote, not a vaccine, and so Sunny gets infected again on the island. In the TV series, the Medusoid mycelium is introduced in Season 3's The Grim Grotto episodes, where it's revealed that Gregor Anwhistle was cultivating a disease that could annihilate VFD's enemies. The hook-handed man, aka Fernald, warned him that the weapon he was developing was too dangerous and risky, as it could wipe out everyone. However, Gregor wouldn't listen, so Fernald burned down the laboratory, which effectively ended up isolating the mycelium there. The botanical hybrid vaccine in the Sugar Bowl was recreated by the Baudelaires' parents when they were stranded on the island. The children discover this while searching for a cure after they get infected. The solution lies in a tree their parents grew, which contains the vaccine. So when they eat an apple from the tree, they're cured. Interestingly, the snake that gives them the apple in this scene is the same incredibly deadly viper from Uncle Montgomery's collection that was falsely accused by Olaf of killing Uncle Monty. By the end of the series, the power of the Sugar Bowl's contents is clear, especially if a villain were to have both that and the biological weapon that is the Medusoid mycelium. The Sugar Bowl is also one of the factors that triggers the schism within VFD. In the opera flashback, Esme and Beatrice argue over who should keep the valuable sugar vaccine safe. Beatrice knows there are already tensions within the VFD organisation, with some parties arguing they don't want to put out fires, and warns Esme about the woman with hair but no beard and the man with a beard but no hair. But Esme insists on keeping the Sugar Bowl herself as it completes her tea set, so Beatrice and Lemony conspire to steal it. In their words, it's a wicked thing to do for a noble reason. That phrase, in fact, is a recurrent theme throughout the final season, as the lines between right and wrong become blurred, and the Baudelaires themselves question whether at times they really acted in a moral way. In fact, much of this season deals with the idea of moral ambiguity or moral relativism.
Is a personal philosophy of moral relativism the only way to survive in an ethically complex world, or is it an excuse we use to justify doing bad things?
Of course, Beatrice and Lemony's heist ends up causing an incident that leads to a series of unfortunate events. When Esme discovers their plot, she faces off against them, but Olaf's father steps in the way and ends up dead from a poisoned dart that Beatrice intended for Esme. Lemony takes a fall for Beatrice because he's in love with her, and he escapes with the Sugar Bowl in a taxi, leaving Beatrice behind, and that's why he's on the lam during the series. Olaf vows that Beatrice will burn, which gives us the best evidence yet that he set the fire that burned down the Baudelaire mansion, killing their parents, even though he later cast doubt on that before he dies on the island. Lemony's love for Beatrice also explains why the narrator of the series is so interested in the fate of her children, and why it's a bittersweet moment for him when he meets his niece Beatrice in the final scene. The last part of Chapter 14, which serves as an epilogue to the series, takes place many years later, probably at least a decade after the events on the island. In the epilogue, Lemony Snicket comes face to face with Beatrice Baudelaire II. She's the daughter that his sister Kit gave birth to on the island and who the Baudelaires raised there for a year before setting sail. The addition of this final chapter is a nice nod to the final book from the Unfortunate Events series, and as it's the 14th,
Solo!
takes the story beyond the unlucky number 13, suggesting that the Baudelaires' long streak of bad luck may finally have been broken. We can see that Lemony's niece Beatrice survived and made it back to the mainland at some point. However, the fact that she doesn't appear to be with the Baudelaires any longer suggests they were separated sometime through the years. In fact, there are some interesting teasers in what young Beatrice tells us.
Female Finnish pirates. It was after we sailed away from the island, but before their third trip to Briny Beach. Violet had just tied up her hair to invent the steering mechanism, and Klaus was studying tidal charts.
The female Finnish pirates that Beatrice mentions suggest that after leaving the island on the boat, the children encountered some seaborne bandits. And the mention is also a nice Easter egg to the knot that Violet uses in the second episode of season 2.
This knot's called the Devil's Tongue. It was invented by female Finnish pirates in the 15th century.
The children evidently survived the pirate encounter because Beatrice says that that happened before their third trip to Briny Beach. That's an interesting detail because in the original book, chapter 14 leaves the survival of the Baudelaires unclear, but this implies that they did make it back to
Okay, fine. Fine.
mainland because in the TV series we only see the Baudelaires visit that beach twice. Once in the very first episode where they receive the terrible news from Mr. Poe that their parents have died in a fire. And a second time in the fourth episode of season 3 when the Baudelaires land the Queequeg on Briny Beach where they meet Mr. Poe again, although they ignore him and leave in Kit's taxi. I'd like to think that the Baudelaires did make it back alive, even if they did have to contend with a set of pirates on the way. And just maybe, given that Violet learns to tie a knot from them, those Finnish pirates actually ended up helping the Baudelaires on their way back home.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be an astronaut.
You can put your mind...
Nitpicks. Earlier this week, Netflix released a series of unfortunate events. A television series based on the books of the same name by Lemony Snicket. Many of us will remember the DreamWorks Nickelodeon film that came out 13 years ago. I thought it would be fun to make a video comparing the two adaptations. On a surface level, they seem quite similar in their design and take on the characters. But which one is better? This video will contain spoilers for both the show and the film. And I should also say that I will not be looking at the books for this comparison. I'm not questioning which is the better adaptation here. If something is a better adaptation of the books, that doesn't necessarily make it always better. The film combines the first 3 books into 90 minutes, roughly spending 30 minutes on each book. This is the equivalent of shoving the first 3 Harry Potter books into one film. And as you can imagine, this is a huge problem. The children are with Count Olaf for 15 minutes, then they are with Monty for 15 minutes. Then he's dead. 5 minutes later they are with Aunt Josie. 15 minutes later she's dead. 5 minutes later she's alive. 10 minutes later she's dead. 5 minutes later they're back with Olaf. If you watch the film after the show, you might be feeling as if you're re-watching the show on fast forward. It's difficult to feel sad when a Guardian dies if you've only had a few scenes with them. The TV show spends around 90 minutes per book, giving the show 3 times longer than the film gets. The show suffers from the opposite problem, moving incredibly slowly, stopping the plot frequently for humour. In the show, after Josephine supposedly kills herself, the children call Poe. He investigates the note, they check if it's forgery, they argue a little, then they go to the restaurant with Captain Sham. The children deliberately give themselves allergies, go back to the house, and then they discover the secret message. In the film, they find the note, immediately figure something's wrong and decipher the code. Not only is the action in the restaurant completely pointless, the version of events that takes place in the film makes it seem way more intelligent. The biggest difference between the 2 versions is tone. The Netflix series is similar to Wes Anderson in tone, feeling cartoony and surreal. Though the film is made by DreamWorks and Nickelodeon, it's actually darker, and the world the film inhabits is based more on reality. A great example of this is how Count Olaf's theatre troupe is introduced to the audience. In the TV show, we are introduced with a bold comedic musical number. Whereas this is how we're introduced to the film.
This is why I can cook.
They don't look rich.
The show doesn't take itself seriously at all, with Olaf constantly breaking the fourth wall.
In all honesty, I prefer long-form television to the movies. It's
so much more convenient to consume entertainment from the comfort of your own home.
It focuses on humor above all, and it doesn't try to have a huge amount of emotion.
Why does it never hit shots?
More dramatic. It does have its share of silliness, but everything is much more stripped down.
You can put your mind and do whatever you want to do. Just tell yourself.
If you've ever lost somebody very important to you, then you already know how it feels. And if you haven't, you cannot possibly imagine. If you've ever lost someone very important to you.
Science fair. I was talking to a friend saying, oh, I know, I can do a video about the science fair and, talk about how much it sucks. And she said, oh, at my school, we didn't do the science fair. That got me wondering, did other people not do the science fair? So I did my own science experiment on Twitter. I ran a poll and asked you guys if you even did the science fair and whether or not you enjoyed doing it. And 58% of you said you didn't have to do the science fair. Like, that was way more than I expected. That's the majority. I've renamed this group of people the lucky ones. And when I asked if you enjoyed doing it, 21% of you said you did enjoy it, and 21% of you said you didn't. I know Twitter polls aren't the most accurate sources of data, but I think it's safe to say that this is a pretty split issue. Now, I'm in the 21% of people who didn't enjoy the science fair. And don't get me wrong, I love science. Well, okay, that might not be true. I really hated biology. Chemistry, that was just a mess. But physics was okay. Maybe I don't like science. I just like space and watching these. Bill and Neil, they're my buddies. Except Neil did hurt my feelings one time. We'll get back to that later. Alright, so let me briefly go over what the science fair is for you lucky ones who didn't have to deal with that. Apparently, it's a very American thing, right guys? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Basically, we started doing them, I want to say around 4th grade, and we would do this every year up until the 10th grade. The whole class would spend all day researching a topic that interests them, and then we would have to come up with a question that we could run an experiment on. An example of these questions are, does the temperature of a battery affect how long it will last? What color light uses the most heat? How does the shape of a rocket's fins affect its travel? All of which are projects I did. Basically, this was supposed to teach you about the scientific method, but what it really did was teach us how to procrastinate and make up data. And on paper, you might think, oh, that sounds like fun. I wish my school did the science fair. No! Here are some flaws with the science fair. First, you got the option to work with a partner. And of course, you want to work with a partner so you can split up the work and not do as much. Now, since I didn't have any friends, I would partner up with someone that no one else wanted to partner up with. But they wouldn't do any of the work. I only did the science fair with a partner once. From 5th grade on, I did my science fair projects alone. The second problem is that we had to come up with a question all on our own. And you gotta understand, we were just kids. We don't think as cognitively as scientists do, okay? Just a couple years ago, we still believed in Santa Claus. Except for me, my family didn't do Santa Claus. And now you want us to wonder if the ratio of a cylinder will affect its buoyancy? Like, come on. And also, we don't have access to any resources. You know, the science fair is a lot like an episode of Mythbusters. But what sets apart the Mythbusters from your average 4th grader is that they're really smart engineers who have access to explosives, while we can't even drive to Walmart ourselves. We have to ask our parents to take us. One year, I wanted to do an experiment on a certain type of soil, so I did research, I wrote everything all up, but then when I went to Home Depot to buy the soil, they didn't even have it! So I had to pick a new topic and start all over again. Now do you see why I think the science fair sucks? So okay, I think it would have been better in elementary school if we were assigned a question. I know the whole point of these things is about discovery, but we're all stupid, okay? I guess if you were anything like me and you chose a crappy question, you'll have a bad science fair. My very first science fair, after all day researching possible questions, me and my partner came up with a question, what time of the day is the hottest? Now, I already know the answer to this question, and in 4th grade, I'm sure I already knew the answer to this question too. It's noon. Like, I don't need to run an experiment on that. In fact, I can just go to Google and seriously just type weather and boom, there's my data right there. No need for an experiment. But the science fair isn't just finding the answer to your question. No. First, after you research the topic, you have to write a hypothesis. A hypothesis is basically you guessing what you think the result of the experiment will be, but you don't write it down as I think this will happen. No, you write it like you know what's going to happen. A formula science for a perfect hypothesis is if blank then blank because blank. Let's use my battery experiment. I said, does the temperature
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here because I am tired and bored. Just get back from camping. So goodbye.
At different temperatures